Welcome, race fans, to the North American Racing Network here tonight at Charlotte with the trucks for 100 laps. You guys have been out here practicing for a long time and ready to get this thing underway, so thanks for joining us here today. Appreciate it very much. These guys appreciate it. Love to have the races broadcasted, and I like to oblige them for sure. So tune in here and make sure you stay focused on the racing here, because this is going to be really, really good. 11 minutes until qualifying time, folks, so hang in there with me and get ready for a great event here with the North American Racing Network. Drivers in a driver's meeting right now, so they'll be back out on the track here in just a quick minute. So thanks for tuning in here today at MaxSpeedTV. to
I
be.
have.
Are you talking about pre-race interviews?
No, if if you want to talk to the drivers during the race, just like like they do in NASCAR, like head down into the car and talk to them.
I will.
Yeah, the drivers really like hearing their names on air, and when you do that, because we were talking about that today with you in the room, Rudy, and they'd like to hear some of that during the race too at times.
That's not a problem. I do it all the time.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds left till qualifying, folks, so stay with me here. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you got something to drink, something to snack on. Ready for the duration here. 100 laps tonight at Charlotte with the trucks. It's going to be a good race. Coming down to 30 seconds left in practice, and we're going to get on with qualifying here in just a minute. So hang with me, folks. We're going to play the national anthem here in just a few seconds and kick this thing off in style.
we take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, folks, times are starting to roll in now, and we're seeing some pretty good times here. 28.816 on the top there by Nick Racino. Dominic Dieball in second. Don't know how many guys we're going to get out here to qualify. A pretty good sized field. Some of the guys may want to start in the back. I'm not really sure. We got Everett Lane rolling in there in the 4th spot. Oh, Stevenson takes over the pole with a 28.777. Great lap. A few guys to look out for tonight there. Stevenson, Racino, Everett Lane, definitely. Martin Porter. These guys are definitely guys you want to watch tonight. David Wank, I believe, is adminning tonight, so he won't be out there. Ryan Borgia's always a threat, so keep an eye on these guys. Pick your favorite driver or favorite team. They got the old school. They got a bunch of teams out here going to be running tonight, so look for the teams to kind of partner up here. .100 laps they're going to be turning here tonight. Wayne Budd coming in on the top now with a 28.752. So, man, these guys are really laying down some doggone good laps, I'm telling you. Richard Holland coming in now with a 719, beating out Brinkman, Bud, Stevenson, all these guys. We got 5 of them there in the 7s. So, man, I'm telling you, that's almost unheard of here at Charlotte. So they must have some great setups. Just remember, folks, we are on Hitbox, YouTube, and Twitch simultaneously right now. So you can check it out on either one, any one that you would prefer to watch it on. Trying some new things out here. Hopefully does produce a better viewing experience for our viewers. So kind of spreading the word out there a little bit about MaxSpeedTV and some of the other leagues that we do broadcast for. So check us out on Hitbox at hitbox.com/MaxSpeedTV1. Here on Twitch, of course, at twitch.tv/MaxSpeedTV. And also on YouTube at youtube.com/MaxSpeedTV1. And again, thanks for tuning in here today. This is going to be a good race here. I believe these guys do know how to get around this place really well. And they've got some great drivers in here, as you can tell by the list of drivers. Some pretty doggone good drivers, I'm sure. You can check us out later on this evening, 10 o'clock Eastern. We'll be doing another broadcast, the same as this one, to all 3. So check us out at 10 o'clock Eastern tonight, 10 p.m. If this is accepted well, we may be doing this continuously here, doing the all 3. I really kind of like the idea. Hopefully you all do too. And make sure you do hit that subscribe button. And oh, well, thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, putting those out there. Yeah, very good. Thanks. But make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube and the follow button on Twitch and Hitbox. All right, long qualifying session here. I'm not exactly sure how much longer we got. Oh, just a few seconds here, so we're about to get through with qualifying anyhow. So we'll get down here on the grid here just a second and get everybody accounted for, tell you where everybody's at, as these guys do take the grid. All right, run down through the results here. Richard Holland on the pole with a 28.719. Great lap. Congratulations to him for the pole. Ricky Brinkman in second in the number 55. William Budd in the number 76 starting third. In fourth, Don Stevenson in the number 47. In fifth, Michael Tibbetts in the number 23. In sixth, Nick Racino in the 36. Dominic Dieball in the number 15 starting 7th. Brandon Cruz in the number 56 starting 8th. Everett F. Lane in the number 24 starting 9th. Dale Gravel in the number 2 starting 10th. Salicardi in the number 93 starting 11th. Martin Porter in the number 8 starting 12th. Jonathan McMinn in the number 92 starting 13th. Dylan Acart in the number 29 starting 14th. Ryan Borges in the number 32 starting 15th. Ryan Keese in the number 3 starting 16th. Stephen Hendren in the number 51 starting 17th. Joel Wood in the number 79 starting 18th. Phil Gary in the number 68 starting 19th. I think David Wank is actually adminning. So Sean Dorr, I think he may be adminning too, but I'm not sure. Number 62 starting 21st. Tim Racino in the number 11 starting 13th. Or 23rd, excuse me. Steph LeBron, I think, is an admin. Chad Wilson in the 02 starting 25th. Daryl Cronkite, I believe, is an admin. Breen Johnson taking up the rear of the field. So let's get up here to our leader as they're getting ready to roll off of the grid. And we will get things started here, folks. All right, pace car finally rolling off. Richard Holland on the pole, so let's see if he can lead the very first lap here or not. We don't know. All depends. Let's just see how good these guys are. Running a brand new paint scheme out here. Some of these guys, old school team here with some great looking paint jobs. I believe each and every one of them is like a different color. So it's pretty cool idea. All right, folks, get ready, because we're on the set here for 100 laps at Charlotte tonight with the trucks. So get ready for some excitement here. The pace car is ready to tear down pit road, and it does. Waiting on the green flag. Richard Holland hits the throttle a little bit early, and they are out of there. Green, green, green. Old school coming right in there. Ricky Brinkman joining into the battle there in second place. Don Stevenson in third. And he's under fire by a couple of guys. Oh, we got one spinning. Couple of them into the wall. And the first caution of the day is out, folks. Doggone. Hate to see that. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened there. That was pretty vicious, I can assure you. These guys not too happy probably about that. Going to have tore up trucks already. We see that is right there is Ricky Brinkman getting loose right in front of the field. And starting to spin around a little, and that continues on, and it looks like a couple other guys going to get into it as well. So caution out already. It looks like, oh, Racino into it. We've got about 4 or 5 that are going to have a ton of damage on that. A lot of old school guys. 2 of them going to be taken out right off the bat. Really not enough time for everybody to check up, but all right, back up front, Richard Holland still leading, and that put Dale Grable in second, Everett Lane in third, Stephen Hendren in fourth, Joel Wood in fifth, Phil Gary sixth, Chad Wilson seventh, Jonathan McMinn eighth, Martin Porter ninth, and Salicardi in 10th. looks like Ricky Brinkman either towed or has taken his truck behind pit road, not sure which. Some guys already on pit road. Ryan Keys, William Budd, Don Stevenson, Nick Racino, Dominic Dyball, and Michael Tibbetts all on pit road. See a few of the guys, and we got more coming down pit road here as well. So that's going to definitely change up the order. Some guys may want to make some changes on their setup, not sure. Nothing worse than having a caution on the first lap, but that's the way things are. Sometimes things like that happen. Accidents do happen. It looked like Brinkman just got a little loose coming out of turn 4 right there, and that's what started the whole ball rolling. So a lot of damaged trucks going to be starting back in the field after pit stops. So, but we'll get back up going here, so hang loose for a minute, folks. We'll get her started again. You know, I really don't know if they're open setup, but I think they are. I don't believe this is a fixed setup lead, but I may be wrong on that. Okay, lights off on the pace car. We're going back green already, folks. That didn't take long. We're going to get them wound back up to speed. Going to be restarting on lap number 6 here out of 100. All right, get ready, folks. Here we go. Pace car's in. Richard Holland waiting on the green. Hits the throttle. Green, green, green. So good start for Richard Holland. He pulls out ahead of Dale Gravel. Dale's one you got to keep an eye on too. He can be there when the time is right, and he's already putting the pressure on Richard Holland. Stephen Herndon in 3rd. Ryan Borges moving up to 4th already. Looks like he may have just a tick of right rear damage on that truck, or maybe a little tailgate damage, but he should be okay. Don Stevenson back to 5th, and he's got a little damage as well. So some of these guys with some war battles already on lap 7. Looks like Everett Lane is out of the race and Ricky Brinkman. So we've lost 2 drivers, down to 18 drivers right now. Jonathan McMinn on pit road at this time. Michael Tibbetts about 2 laps down. Dale Gravel still up front, and we've got a battle here with Ryan Borges coming up on Stephen Herndon going into turn 3. Hasn't quite cleared him yet, but he may beat him to the line. Looks like Ryan Borges does beat him to the line, I believe. Maybe not. That must have been really close. But he's still battling it up. Martin Porter back here in 7th as he gets by Phil Gary. Phil, a great driver, for one of the old school guys that's left in the race. William Budd, he was one of the fast guys in practice here in 9th place, and he's got a little right front corner damage on that truck. We'll get down there in just a second and just see how bad that damage is. Oh yeah, quite a bit of damage on that right front corner. Tire sticking right out of the fender. Looking back, it looks like the 29 there of Dylan Acart taking a peek on the inside of William Budd going into turn 3. And does clear him. So Dylan Acart goes into 9th and William Budd back to 10th. And another one coming up on him. Sal Accardi now on the inside of William Budd. Sal Accardi taking that look. See how close these guys come here going into turn 3. Sal Accardi drives right on by William Budd in the Goodrich Quick Lube Chevrolet here tonight. Well, we got one down on the grass. And boy, is he going to keep it? Yes, he keeps it off of the track. And that was the number 47 there, Don Stevenson, as he gets caught back up to traffic here, gets back up to speed. And he loses another position to Chad Wilson. Chad Wilson into the 11th place. Don Stevenson back to 12th. Ryan Keese in 13th, about 7 seconds back of the leader. Brandon Cruz, a great one to watch. He snuck it in there the last race that they had, and he did a great job out there. Man, I'll tell you, he was just an amazing driver. Saving it to the end when you got to have it. Looks like Nick Racino is out of the race as well. So Dominic Dieball back here with a lot of damage. 15th place, still on the lead lap temporarily. 19.3 seconds and losing time really quickly. Richard Holland starting to put a little distance on Ryan Borges into second now as he gets by Dale Gravel. Ryan Borges moving forward. Down to 17 drivers left in the race here, folks. Martin Porter in 4th place. Stephen Hendren in 5th place. Phil Gary in 6th. These guys starting to get spread out around the track, folks. So you know what that means. That means for some good clean racing here, trying to get some of these laps chewed down, and we may see some green flag pit stops. That'll be awesome. Dylan Acart in 7th. Sal Accardi up to 8th. William Budd now back to 9th, and Don Stevenson 10th. Let's ride along with Ryan Borges as he tried reeling in our leader, Richard Holland, out there in the old school Chevrolet. Ryan is catching him. He's down to less than 3/10, so he is catching Richard. Looking back on to 3rd place, back there, Dale Gravel, running about 1.2 seconds behind the leader, and he's about 1 second behind Ryan Borges. Everybody is getting spread out around the track now, and like I said, that means for some good clean racing by these guys, so look for that to happen. Dale Gravel back here 3rd, Martin Porter 4th. I don't really see any battles going on right now on the track. Everybody pretty much kind of separated out. Closest ones here, Don Stevenson and William Budd. They're about 3/10 of a second apart. Sal Accardi and Dylan Acart, those two pretty close together. Sal Accardi putting that Goodrich Chevrolet in there when he needs it in 7th place. Good job. North American Racing Network. Here's what you're watching today, and I want to thank all of you for tuning in here at MaxSpeedTV and watching this fantastic group here. A newcomer here to MaxSpeedTV, so we really appreciate their support here for MaxSpeedTV, and we enjoy broadcasting for them. They're a really great bunch of guys. Chad Wilson now back to the 10th place, as he's 10.3 seconds behind the leader right now, and followed right closely there Brandon Cruz, one we want to watch. Joel Wood was up there in the front there earlier, and I think he's the one that got caught up into that wreckage. And back here in 14th, Dominic Dyball now one lap down with a lot of damage in 15th place. Jonathan McMinn in 16th. And his truck looks pretty clean. Now if he can just get back on the lead lap, he'll be doing great. As they come around, the leaders take lap 22. Richard Holland still out front. Brandon Cruz getting by. It looks like Chad Wilson up against the wall. Coming out of the turn, he gets into the wall. Not sure if we can go back and take a look at that real quick. The beans are under green. Let's see exactly what happens here. Brandon Cruz right on his tail. Looks like Chad Wilson just goes up the hill and into the wall. He gets it going again, and he should be okay. I don't think he took too much damage. Just a little bit on the right front corner. He should be able to get that fixed under the first pit stop. All right, back up front, Richard Holland. Now pulled away by 0.6 of a second over Ryan Borges. Martin Porter gets by Dale Grable and goes into third. So Dale going back to fourth. Pick your favorite driver here, folks. Who do you think's going to win this thing tonight? I'm not even going to say. I always get asked, who's your favorite pick here? And I'm not even going to say. I don't want to jinx anybody. I'm good at that. Good at jinxing people. So I don't want to even say. We'll get down there under the next caution. We'll get down there and try to talk with a couple of the drivers and see how the race is going for them. I don't like to talk to them too early because it's really hard to tell. They had their first caution on lap 1. How do you tell how the driver's doing on lap 1? So we'll get down there the next caution, if there is one. Get down there and try to talk to somebody. Phil Gary moving into the 6th spot, 6 seconds behind the leader. And I'm looking for another battle. Dylan Eckart and Ryan Kreese. Now there's a battle that's heating up. Ryan Keese hanging right on Dylan Eckart. Now looking to the inside. And they go side by side into the turn. And Dylan Eckart staying ahead of Ryan Keese. Oh, Dylan into the wall. See, there you go. That's what I'm talking about right there, folks. I'm talking about him, and that's what brings out the caution. So let's go back and take a look at that. That's, see, I jinx them. I don't like to jinx them. Coming out of the turn, right in here, Dylan Eckart goes up into the wall right there. He hits the wall pretty hard now. Ryan Keese just slips by, and Dylan's going to hit the wall again here. And nobody right there to be collected into it, which is a really good thing. That's what's kind of nice about having the field spread out around the track. If a wreck does happen, nobody else gets collected into it. So Dylan Eckart with a lot of damage, and we're going to see. Let's get up here to our leader and see if our leader brings him down pit road. They are 28 laps into this, so he may bring him down pit road. Yes, he does. When they come off pit road here, we'll try to get a word in with somebody. and see how their race is going. We'll pick somebody and talk to them. All right, Richard Holland, 4-tire change. And is he going to be the first one off a pit road? I don't think so. I don't know. I think Ryan Borges beat him off pit road. But the one that stayed out, Brandon Cruz, kind of a surprise that he stayed out like that. But Ryan Borges beating Richard Holland off pit road. Richard Holland comes out third. Dale Gravel fourth. Martin Porter fifth. Stephen Hendren sixth. Phil Gary seventh. Don Stevenson eighth. Wayne Budd ninth. And Salik Hardy 10th. And let's see if Brandon Cruz might come down pit road this time. We're going to try to find somebody here to talk to. Somebody I have never talked to before, and I think that somebody is going to probably be Chad Wilson. Just by random, I picked Chad Wilson, so we'll get down here in just a second and talk to him after he gets caught up to the field. Chad Wilson, this is Rudy up in the MaxSpeedTV booth. You got a copy, sir?
He's saying his button cannot work.
All right. Joel Wood, you got a copy?
Yeah, how's it going, Rudy?
Hey, it's going pretty good, Joel. You're going to be restarting back in 12th. What do you got for them leaders? Because, boy, they are lightning fast up there.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything for the leaders. I'm just trying to get back up there in the top 10 and keep my truck in one piece right now.
Well, it was kind of a disappointment, I'm sure, by all of you that the caution come out on the first lap, but that was hard racing and just a mistake made. But great racing out here. Good battles going on all the way around the track. Track got spread out a little bit, but there were still some battles. So, well, we wish you the best of luck out there, Joel, and go get them.
Yeah, thank you, Rudy.
Okay, let's get back up to our leader here. Brandon Cruz did not pit. They're ready to go green. They're lined up, doubled up, lights off on the pace car, and ready to go. So we are too. Hopefully you are. Ready to see these guys turn some more great laps here at Charlotte. That was caution number 2, by the way. And Brandon Cruz out front right now and ready to kick this thing off in a good North American racing style. Pace car ducks onto pit road. Brandon Cruz waiting on the green, hits the throttle, and green flag is out, and we're underway. Richard Holland trying to stay with them is coming right up on the inside of Ryan Borges. And Ryan Borges just a little too fast on that high side. Dale Gravel there in fourth. Looking on here, and Richard Holland back onto the inside of Ryan Borges. And boy, what a battle that is. Going into turn 3, looks like he does have a pretty good chance of it. A half a truck length, and does come up in front of him, and Gravel loose, but saves it. Whoa, that was a great save by Dale Gravel. I don't know how he did that. I guess we'll never know. Stephen Hendren gets by him, though. Did kind of knock the momentum out of Dale's truck there just a little. Ryan Borges right on the tail of Richard Holland back up front. remember, Brandon Cruz did not pit. He did not take fresh tires, so he's out there on older ones. And now Martin Porter trying to challenge him for that position. And it looks like he did get it. So Brandon Cruz going backwards on them old tires. And another one coming up through, Stephen Hendren getting by him. So it was a chance that Brandon did take, staying out there on them older tires, but we see that quite often. Dale Grable now gets back by him and goes back into the 5th spot. Coming around to take lap 35 out of 100 laps, so 65 to go, folks. Holland and Ryan Borges out front. Good job by them guys out front like that, man. They're really showing the power that they have. And good setups under that truck does mean a lot. They take lap 36. Martin Porter in 3rd. Stephen Hendren 4th. Dale Grable 5th. And Sal Accardi moving the Good Red Chevrolet into the 6th spot. He takes a look inside of Dale Grable, and that's 4th position. Dale just lets him go. Sal Accardi on the move. He gets a little loose coming out of 4, though. He pushed it just a little too hard, and Dale Grable drives right back on by. Man, that was amazing. Phil Gary comes up on him now, and he wants to get into it. Don Stevenson, one of the fast guys in practice, running in 8th spot right now. And Joel Wood, the one I just talked to, interviewed him there under under caution conditions there. Has got himself from 12th up to 9th already, so he's on the move as well. William Budd, we talked about him earlier. He's got a little right front corner damage on it, but he still seems to be okay. He's running about 3.8 seconds behind the leader. Back up front, Ryan Borges really keeping the pressure on Richard Holland. I don't think Richard's too worried. Richard's just, he's zoned out right now and just running his race. And that's what you got to do. You know, I've heard drivers say that they don't even look in the rearview mirror. It just kind of, it's a psychological thing. You know, you see somebody putting the pressure on you. Caution is out on the track. Let's see what happened. Dylan Accardi around. Let's go back and see what happened to Dylan. He has a lot of damage on that truck already. We've got a blinker there behind him, the number 3. And it looks like he just loses it coming out of the turn. Boy, the 3 is really wigging out there. Wow, that's freaky. And it looks like he's going to get into him as well, or ghost through him. Not sure. Looks like he ghosted right through him. But Dylan Accardi hitting the wall again coming off the turn, so that brings out another caution. And I don't know, but Dylan's going to have a ton of damage on that truck. All right, back up here to the leader. And I believe Dylan has taken his car behind the wall. Unfortunate. He was running so well. The leaders all coming down pit road once again, folks. Richard Holland bringing them all down pit road. All right, this, just taking a look real quick, this is caution number 3. We've had 3 lead changes, but the guy's still putting on a good show. Looks like Ryan Borges beats Richard Holland off pit road again. So great pit stop for Ryan Borges. And he is really doing them pit stops good, I'm telling you. That was a 14-second pit stop, 14 seconds flat. that, I can assure you, is almost unheard of here at Charlotte. So he must have an awesome pit crew. Don Stevenson staying out, though, is going to be scored as our leader. So he will get that point for leading the lap. These guys do go by points, and it looks like he's given that up now. He's led that lap. So, and this will be the first time Ryan Borges has led today as he comes around here to lead that lap. So we ought to see if we can get down here and talk to, how about we talk to Stephen Hendren. How's that? Let's see if we can get a word in with Stephen.
All that.
Stephen Hendren, this is Rudy up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. How's it going, Rudy?
Hey, it's going good here, brother. You're starting third tonight. What do you got for them leaders? Because I'm telling you what, those two in front of you are wicked fast.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully we can have a long green flag run and really see what these guys got on the long run.
Well, I know you don't want to give away all your secrets, but do you have a plan here coming up toward the end of the race? Are you saving your equipment for the end?
I think everybody's trying to save pretty much till the end so they got something, but no real plan. Just race it out. See how it works out.
Okay, Stephen, well, we'll let you go here. You're about to go back green here in a minute, but good luck for the rest of the race, and maybe we'll get to talk to you on the podium.
I appreciate it, man.
Okay, let's see what Stephen's got for the leaders out front here. Ryan Borges, Richard Holland have been just dominating here today, so we'll see what he's got for them. He will be restarting in the third position, right behind Ryan Borges, driving the Hulk truck right there. Nice looking truck. Lots of nice looking paint jobs out here. I'll tell you, these guys dedicate a lot of time into making sure that their trucks look picture perfect, and I'm telling you what, they do a fantastic job. Okay, we're ready to go back green as the lights are off. They're doubled up. We're going to be heading to green here in just a second, folks. Going to be restarting on lap 44 out of 100. Pace car is in, waiting on the green, and Ryan Borges hits the throttle and green flag is out. Going into turn one, Steve Hendren now on the inside. Oh, we had a slip there. It looked like Martin Porter got a little loose and almost got into Richard Hall and had to back out of it. Dale Grable now gets by him as that kind of knocked the momentum out of Martin Porter's truck a little bit there. Sal Hardy bringing the Goodrich Chevrolet up through, and boy, these guys are driving the wheels off of it right now, trying to get a good run off of turn 4 to beat somebody to the start-finish line. Dale Grable hanging on right here in fourth, but boy, he's got a lot of company around him. He takes it down low, and Martin Porter on the high side. Not sure if that'll work, but Dale Grable's hanging on there on the low side. Oh, we got a spinner. Who was that? That was Ryan Borges. Spins it, goes across the grass. And he's going to come back up onto the track. Saves it, but he's going clear back to the 13th place, folks. That puts Stephen Hendren in the lead. So the Hulk truck showing some muscle here tonight and getting out front. We just talked to Stephen, and I hope I didn't jinx him, knock on wood. I'm good at that. So, but he's out front right now and showing what he's got. Richard Holland in second. Martin Porter third and Dale Grable fourth. One that, man, I've been watching here, Sal Hardy. He is really. Man, I'm telling you what, started 11th, and he has worked his way up to the 5th place, and he's doing a fantastic job of it, I'm telling you. Don Stevenson. Well, I don't know what happened there, folks. I don't know. Something wigged out on me, but we're back up and running. Sorry. I apologize for that. Anyhow, Richard Holland out front now as he gets back up into the lead. Been up there for 38 laps. So he's doing a great job. Definitely the class of the field here tonight. Martin Porter in second. Stephen Hendren back to third now. Dale Gravel in fourth. Salicardi in fifth. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Something wigged out on me, but I apologize for that. Trying to check things out and make sure we're good. I guess we're okay. I don't know. Something wigged out there, but we're all right. Okay, Richard Holland still out front, and he's got about a 3/4 of a second lead over second place Martin Porter. Martin getting up to the front when the time was right for him. Started 12th today, got himself into second. And Stephen Hendren now back into third. Started 17th on the field, and he is in third position. Okay, we're a little past halfway. Coming around here to take lap 55, folks. Don Stevenson in 6th. Phil Gary 7th. Ryan Keese in 8th. William Budd 9th. And he has got Ryan Borges getting by him. So Ryan getting them tires cooled off and now getting back up into contention. Just a couple of laps ago, he was back in 13th after that spin across the grass. And good save by him. It looks like he's got a donut on the door. Maybe that's what happened. He might have got a little bit of a door rub there, and that's why he spun it out across the grass. He's still really loose right now. He's running about 5.6 seconds behind the leader. Chad Wilson in 12th. We tried to talk to Chad, but apparently his buttons were messed up. He couldn't talk to us, so really would have liked to talk to him. Brandon Cruz was up there and led 4 laps earlier. Now he's back in 13th position. But don't count him out. We've seen last week, when the time come, he was up there in the front. Or not last week, 2 weeks ago. I think it was when they raced last week, before the holidays. Dominic Dyball in 14th. Has gotten some of that damage fixed on the truck, but he's still got an awful lot of damage. He is the last one on the lead lap, running about 15 seconds behind the leader right now. Michael Tibbetts in 15th, a couple of laps down. And rounding out the field, Jonathan McMahon is a couple laps down as well, running in the 16th spot. Back up front, Richard Holland now 0.6 of a second ahead of Martin Porter. And it looks like Dale Gravel putting the pressure on Stephen Hendren. Going into turn 1, got a nose up under him. Can't quite make the pass just yet. You see just how close these guys are running. The Hulk machine trying to stay in front of Dale Gravel. And it looks like he does. They're coming to lap 60, I believe. Is that lap 60? Yes. They take lap 60. But boy, they're clicking the laps down pretty quick now. Looking back on Salicardi, he's like a wolf to the hounds right there. He's sitting just waiting to lurk when the time's right. But I'm going to tell you what, he's got Don Stevenson all over his tail now. Don trying to work his way back up to the front, and he's in 6th place, right behind Salicardi. Phil Gary in 7th place, quite a bit of distance between him and 5th or 6th. About 1.7 seconds behind Don Stevenson. And Don Stevenson does get by Salicardi. Salicardi goes back to 7th or 6th. 6th. Did we lose somebody? Somebody messed up there or something. But Don Stevenson into 5th now, as they come around here to complete another lap and take lap 63. And Richard Holland out there by 1.3 seconds over Martin Porter. Hendren got the Hulk machine into 3rd. Go back here and check on Ryan Keese in 8th spot, running 4.7 seconds behind the leader. And he was blinking pretty bad there earlier, but he seems to be okay now. Could have been a connection issue or something. Ryan Borges still in 9th, trying to get back to the front, running 5.4 seconds. You know, he knows just how fast them guys are up in the front. Richard Holland has been just dominating here tonight. Holland definitely the fastest guy out here. He is pulled away now, out 1.6 seconds over Martin Porter. Hendren in 3rd, not far behind Martin Porter. Don Stevenson in 4th. Oh man, Hendren really loose coming off of turn 4, and that's just the break that Don Stevenson need as they go side by side into the turn, coming out of turn 2. Let's see if he's got enough ponies under the hood to get by him. But Hendren coming back on the outside. Let's see if Stevenson can get him in turn 3 and 4. And he does. Comes across the nose of him and takes over that position. So Stevenson into 3rd and Hendren back to 4th. Salicardi now back into the 5th place as he gets back by Dale Gravel. That was a good battle that I missed. Doggone it. But Salicardi got the Goodwrench Chevrolet back into 5th. And he's another one. Don't count him out when it comes down to the end of this race. If a caution comes out, he's going to be in the striking position. Martin Porter now 2.2 seconds behind the leader. And now I'm telling you what, he's getting some company real quick. Don Stevenson closing up on him really fast. Got 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th running nose to tail right here, and coming to take lap 69, I believe it is. Yes. So only 31 laps to go, folks. Been having some good long green flag runs here, and that's what it takes. And that's about the time when we start seeing the tires fall off, and we may see some slipping here. I don't know. I hope not, for the guys' sake. Don't want to see any more damaged trucks. Looking back from Don Stevenson, it looked like Salicardi taking a look on the inside of Stephen Hendren. He's got him by a nose coming to the line, and it looks like he did beat him to the line, but hasn't completed the pass yet. Hendren coming back on the outside, showing the muscle of that Hulk machine. Can he hold him off, though? That remains to be seen here, folks. I don't know. No. Salicardi just too strong. Now Hendren looking to get back by him as they go side by side. down the front stretch and across the line, it looked like Hendren beat Salicardi to the line by a nose. And boy, look how close they are, and they get together. And that brings out a caution, folks. We knew that was going to happen. Man, I'm telling you. Let's ride along here with Salicardi, and let's see what... trying to think of which bumper that was that he gave him there. I think it was the right front that he got together with him on. So we'll kind of watch this as this... No, I take that back. That was the left front. Let's go to the left front here. Right there is where he got into the back of him. And that's what started it right there. Them two getting together. As you see, he collects him and into the wall. And Stephen Hendren into the wall. Salicardi going to have a little bit of damage on that truck as well. Tries to get it braked so he doesn't get into him again, but I don't think he's going to be able to brake it too hard. He tries to dive down and miss it. So, well, all right. Both of them going to be spinning out on the backstretch here, folks. We can go back and check that out one more time as we see them two get into it. And it, you know, we kind of knew that was going to happen. The way them two were racing against each other right there. Salicardi getting into the back of Stephen Hendren, putting them into the wall, and they're both going to have some serious damage on them trucks. A little net coating involved in that as well, so, you know, not all just wrecking, but it was a lot of, oh man, the three going clear down to the inside wall trying to miss that. So, a lot of tore up trucks here, folks, and a lot of them sitting on pit road. Leaders all coming off pit road, and Richard Holland gets out first. Dale Grable with a smoking pit stop, 13.9 seconds. Comes out second. Holy smokes, what a pit stop. Alright, let's see if we'll get down here and talk to, how about we get down here and talk to Michael Tibbetts. Haven't talked to Michael, he's got a lot of damage. Well, driving the old schools truck, let's see if we can get here and get a word with him. Michael Tibbetts, this is Rudy in the booth. You got a copy? Michael Tibbetts, you got a copy?
Having button troubles in James Rudy there. Sorry about that.
All right, thank you. William Budd, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, sir. How you doing, Rudy?
I'm doing good, William. You're in 6th spot now. What do you got a plan for the end of this race here? You're coming up to 25 to go, so time to start making the move here, isn't it?
I don't think I have a whole lot. I don't have any straightaway speed. It's just killing me probably 2 or 3 tenths a lap, so just kind of hanging on now.
Well, I'll tell you what, those guys up front are really fast, and boy, I don't know. I don't think anybody's got anything for Richard Holland tonight. He seems to be the class of the field. He's led 61 laps, but you're in position here, 6th place. Not a bad place for this restart. Finish the race out and possibly get a win here, William.
Yeah, you never know what'll happen, so we'll see what happens.
All right. All right, buddy. Well, good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you later on.
Got to start up on the outside there, Dale.
Okay, back up front. These guys getting ready to go green again. Richard Holland still in command of this. Has led 62 laps so far tonight. Man, he has just dominated this race, and he's in position to get that top spot again. So let's let's see if he can win this thing. This could be a really good win for Old School. Money to Burn Motorsports, they're driven by Dale Grable up on the high side on this restart. Pace car comes down pit road. Richard Holland waiting and hits the gas. Green flag is out. Possibly for the final time today, folks. They come into the turn. He's got a good lead over second spot. Don Stevenson slipping it in there in second. Dale Grable back to third, and he's under definite threat with Martin Porter. Martin Porter on the inside. Oh, and they get together. A little bumping and banging going on there. Martin Porter into third, Dale Grable back to fourth, and now Phil Gary closing up on Dale Grable. Boy, these guys nose to tail back here. Ryan Borges in seventh. Man, he has come back up through this field like a storm now on the inside of William Budd. And it looks like he does take over that position, so Ryan Borges into sixth, William Budd back to seventh. Brandon Cruz now on the inside of William Budd. So Brandon working his way up. Like I said, don't never count that man out right there. Brandon knows how to get it done, and these guys they know it's coming down to the end of this. 22 laps to go when they cross the line, folks. So they're getting right after it. Martin Porter in second. Let's go back in the field here a little ways further. Ryan Keith in ninth spot with a little damage on him. Chad Wilson. We tried to talk to Chad earlier, but no response. Dominic Dyball in 11th. Salacardi back to 12th after that spin. Him and Stephen Hendren getting together, and Hendren still sitting on pit road, trying to get damage fixed up. Joel Wood in 13th. Now it's Salacardi works by him on the high side. Salacardi moved back into 13th, or excuse me, them two still side by side. Wow, look at this. There's a good battle going on. Joel Wood comes back and gets back by Salacardi. But still having connection issues. I don't know what's going on, folks. I don't know it's kind of weird. 17 laps to go and a caution is out. Let's go see where it's at. Oh my, Dale Grable involved in it, and Phil Gary it looks like, folks. Well, let's go back here and see what happened between them two. Looks like Dale Grable on the low line, and Dale gets really loose coming off of turn 4. And boy, he is really spinning it sideways, trying to save it. And now, if you look there, Phil Gary gets a little loose. We'll get from a different view here. Phil Gary really loose. But let's go back here and watch Dale Grable as he gets really loose, but saves it once again. He's on the inside of Ryan Borges. He gets really loose. Phil Gary tries to go around him on the outside, and he gets into the wall. And that's where he comes across, back across, and gets into Dale Grable, and they both spin. And I think that time Dale Grable he wasn't able to recover from that time. Unfortunate, but that is the way it goes there, folks. Okay, back up here. Let's see, Richard Holland still our leader. I'm sorry about the connection issues there, folks. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't figured that one out yet. Sorry. Hey, Greenback, how's it going? We got quite a few viewers in Twitch there. Glad you could join us, and hopefully you're enjoying it. This has been a pretty interesting show for these guys. A lot of domination by Richard Holland, but still a great race all in all. taking a look real quick here, folks. This is caution number 5 in 85 laps. We've had 6 lead changes. Like I said, it's been a pretty good race, but Richard Holland has just been dominating here today. Coming to the line, he will have led 74 laps. That's pretty wild. I would say that's a dominating performance by him today. Okay, 14 laps to go, folks. Okay, looks like Stephen Hendren and Dale Gravel have taken their trucks behind the wall. So we're down to 14 drivers left in the race right now. Jonathan McMinn, the only one a lap down, but I'm not really too sure. He may get the wave by. But Richard Holland first. So let's run back through the field here real quick. Martin Porter starting second. Don Stevenson in third. Brandon Cruz up to fourth. Like I said, don't take your eyes off of that man. Dominic Dyball in fifth. Ryan Borges is another one to keep your eye on. William Budd seventh. Chad Wilson eighth. Ryan Keys ninth. And Michael Tibbetts up to the top 10 with that tore up truck. Okay, let's see what they got now. They're going to be lining them up here. We're going to be restarting with 12 to go, folks. 12 lap shootout to the end. Mark Porter starting on the outside of Richard Holland. Richard going to be in command of this restart. Nobody starts until he does, so we'll see if he's still got the command coming out of turn 2. Make sure you tune in later on tonight about 10 o'clock Eastern. We'll be broadcasting another race here on MaxSpeedTV. So make sure you tune in for that, folks. That'll be an exciting one. Trucks at Rockingham with the IWCR group. So make sure you tune in for that. Love to see you all here on MaxSpeedTV tuning in and watching with me. Okay, we're ready to go green. Pace car on pit road. Richard Holland hits the throttle, the loud pedal to the floor, and he gets it going. Martin Porter in second. Don Stevenson on the inside trying to get by Martin Porter on the inside. If you remember, Don had a lot of damage on that truck earlier, and looks like he's got most of it fixed up, probably about 90% of it. And he's right up here with the leader now as he takes over the second spot. Ooh. A little loose in the turn that time, and he's going to fall back in behind him, but here comes Brandon Cruz, folks. 11 more laps, and look at this. Martin Porter just keeping the pressure on Richard Holland, but I can assure you Richard just in there as calm and cool as a cucumber right now. Probably not, I don't know, he might be doing a little mirror driving. I know I would be, but I don't know. I don't know if he is or not. This is turning out to be a good race. As you can see, Martin Porter right on his tail. Now looking to the inside. And coming up through, Storm Group is trying to work over the old school team here. And can't quite get it done. Not enough ponies under the hood. And Don Stevenson comes right up behind Martin Porter. This is turning into a wild shootout here, folks. Anything could happen. Ryan Borges up to the 4th place. So look at the Storm team here coming up through, running 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Boy, they're turning on the horsepower right now. They've saved them trucks to the end, and even though a couple of them had some damage, doesn't seem to be affecting their speeds at all. Martin Porter right behind Richard Holland. As they come to the line, going to be 8 laps to go. Richard knows what he's got to do to hold these guys off, but I don't know if he's got enough to keep out there, but we'll see. They come out of the turn and down the long backstretch, and Richard trying to fend these guys off. Martin Porter looking to the inside. Side by side. Man, can't quite do it. Richard Holland just too strong on that high side. And now Ryan Borgia's taking a move here on his teammate on the high side. This is getting good. Oh, this is getting good. I love races like this. This is exciting. It's got me right on the edge of my seat. I paid for the whole seat and I'm right on the edge of it. Ryan Borgia's into second, drives right on past his teammate, Martin Porter. He says, okay, let me get up there and try it. Everybody's been trying to attack Richard Holland, and they just have not had any success at it. Don Stevenson now on the inside of his teammate, Martin Porter. As Brandon Cruz is stuck behind these guys looking on, not sure what to do. They're coming around here with 5 to go, and he just don't know what to do. He does the fail-safe move there, just back off a little bit, ride. Maybe he'll get another shot. 5 laps to go, folks. Ryan Borgia's 0.3 of a second off of Richard Holland. And again, the Storm team right there, second, third, and fourth. Guys trying to cool their tires off a little bit and maybe make a late race pass here, not sure. Ryan Borgia's right here in second. Boy, nobody's had anything for Richard Holland. When he crossed the line right there, he has led 84 laps, folks. That's just dominating here today. .84 laps. He started first, and he is first. And he's just been, man, I'm telling you, what a dominating performance at Charlotte. Coming here to take 3 laps to go, folks. 3 more circuits around this track. Ryan Borgia is now 0.3 of a second behind him. And Don Stevenson in third with Martin Porter back to fourth. Brandon Cruz in fifth. William Budd in sixth. Richard Holland getting ready to come around here and take 2 to go, folks. And again, like I said, he has just been dominating. We will get down there and talk to the winners at the end of this, but stay with us. Don't go anywhere, because we're going to find out what these guys thought of this race. This has been an absolutely great race. I'm sure that we're going to hear all kinds of stories out of these guys. Man, I'll tell you what, that front 5 are really hammered down. Ryan Borgia's probably driving the wheels off of that thing right now. He is 0.2 off the back of Richard Holland. And final lap, white flag is in the air, folks. We are coming down to it. And this is going to be it for all the peanuts. This is it, folks. Richard Holland going to bring it to the line. Ryan Borgia second. This is it, coming off of turn 4. Looking at the checkered flag. Richard Holland crosses the line. Our winner here tonight. Congratulations to him. Wow, what a dominating performance by Richard tonight. Just amazing job by him. We'll get down here just a second and talk to him. And led 88 laps, folks, out of the 100. Amazing. Let's see if we can get a word in with him here in just a minute. The admin's all congratulating everybody and telling them, probably the admin stuff. Stuff that admins tell them, right? But wow, what a job by Richard Holland. Man, I'm telling you. Ryan Borgia's coming in second, Don Stevenson third, so those 3 on the podium. Let's see here if we can get, yeah, these guys all lined up here now, and we'll get a word in with them. There's our three that come across the line first. Waiting for the admins to get done. We can get a word in there.
Hi.
Richard Holland, this is Rudy up in the MaxSpeedTV booth. You got a copy, sir?
Hi, I got you, Rudy.
What a dominating performance you had out here today, Richard. Congratulations on your win. Tell us about them last few laps and all the pressure that Ryan Borges had you under.
Yeah, Ryan was coming. Them guys had a good truck all night. All them Storm guys were fast. They ran into some damage early on, and Ryan had a mishap there and spun. I felt bad about that. He was real strong, and towards the end, Ryan was definitely coming. I was really just trying to take care of it out front, and make sure I didn't make any stupid mistakes. I just really wanted to win this thing.
Well, you led 88 laps today out of the 100. I would say that's a pretty dominating performance by you, Richard. Congratulations on your win, and anybody you want to thank tonight.
I just want to thank my teammates, all the guys over here at Old Schools for all the work they've done this week, put the time in. I want to thank our new teammate we brought on, Ricky Brinkman. Did a lot of work on this setup. We owe this to him. So this win's for him. He spun early on like the first lap, I think, running behind me, so felt bad for that. But, yeah, we owe this win to him, and just wanted to say, this is an awesome league, good, clean racing. Love racing here at Narn. And just wanted to thank Sean Dorr, the owner of the Old Schools Motorsports. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be driving for this team anyway, so I just want to say thanks.
Okay, Richard, well, thanks for chatting with us, and great win. Great way to put the Old School Chevrolet up front like that and keep it up there for 88 laps. That was just absolutely amazing. So congrats to you.
Thank you, Rudy.
Ryan Borges, you got a copy?
Yep, I got you, Rudy.
Well, them last couple of laps there, Ryan, was you just running that thing all she had? Or was you truly trying to, get caught up to Richard, or was you just had all you had? There was just nothing left.
Oh, I was definitely giving it my all. If I hadn't hit the wall with about 25 to go after I spun the truck, all self-inflicted things, I maybe would have had a shot at Richard, but he was just really fast all race, especially in the short run, 15, 20 laps. I just couldn't get up to him, and on that last run there, I got a bad restart, and that just set me back a little more. And if I hadn't gotten that, who knows? But Richard did a great job all race, and congrats to him on the win.
Well, I'll tell you what, you Storm guys definitely put on a heck of a show up there. I believe all three of you, you finished second, third, and fourth. So pretty good performance for the Storm team. But you come in second today. Congratulations to you, Ryan. And anybody you want to shout out to?
I definitely got to thank this Storm Motorsports team. If it wasn't for Don, Martin, David, Nathan, Michael, Eric, everyone that's helped out on this team, I wouldn't be nearly as fast as I was here. I owe it all to them.
Okay, Ryan, thanks for chatting with us, buddy, and congrats on your second place here tonight.
Thank you, Rudy. I appreciate the broadcast, too.
You're very welcome, sir. Very welcome. Don Stevenson, you got a copy?
Yeah, Rudy, I got you.
Well, Don, you had that bump there earlier and had some damage on it. You still didn't get quite all of it fixed up, but you still rolled into third. How did you muster to get that thing up through the field like you did, and man, in a dominating style, I might add?
It was just, I mean, we had actually gotten as much of it fixed as the crew would do there. I mean, they put as much bear bond on this thing as they could, but you know, I think tape was still flapping around there the whole race because we were hurting on the straightaways pretty good. But I mean, you know, it just made it I had to drive that much harder in the turns, and really had to kind of change the way I drove the line here throughout the week, and had to back up the turns a little earlier just to get back in the throttle a little more. And I mean, fortunately, I mean, I would have been happy with a top 8 or top 10 after that wreck there, because this thing was hurt pretty bad. But you know, if it was stayed on a long green flag run, I think we might have actually had something, you know, even for Richard there. But just because we were really good on this thing was really, really good on the long run. But you know, that damage just hurt us too much on this short run there.
Well, all the 200-mile-an-hour tape in the world probably couldn't have got you up there to Richard Holland. He was wicked fast today, but you still come in third today, Don. Congrats on that. And anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, first and foremost, got to thank the guys at Storm Motorsports. I mean, not only with this league, but in other leagues, you know, we work together, and you know, every race, every track we go to, and every league, you know, we try to show up with a good competitive setup, and we sure had a good set tonight. It was really good, and you know, just shame we got in that wreck there at the beginning of the race, because I think it would have been a good race between me and Richard there and Ryan. But you know, gotta thank those guys. Got a wonderful family, my wife that supports me through everything, my great parents and everything. I can't thank them all enough. And MaxSpeedTV, Rudy, you do a heck of a job here every week. I mean, broadcasting these races here on your own, man. It is so awesome watching the broadcast over again, and you know, North American Racing Network here for this league that we got going on here. I mean, it's, you know, it's just 5 races in, and the quality of the racing is really good, and we're going to be getting some more drivers here in the next few weeks, so it'll be even bigger fields here coming up.
All right, Don. Well, thanks for chatting with us and filling us in on a few questions that we were wondering about. So thanks a lot, buddy. Well, again, good job out there finishing third. And, man, what a race. I'm telling you, all of you guys did an amazing race out there tonight. Richard definitely dominated, but still, you all were the classes out there. That you definitely showed your class. So congrats to all of you. All right, let's run down through the results real quick, and we will get out of here. 5 cautions tonight, 6 different lead changes. Coming into the top spot there, Richard Holland for his victory here tonight, leading 88 laps out of the 100. Ryan Borges second. Don Stevenson coming back from some damage there, still having a little bit on it, but he finishes third. Martin Porter in fourth. Storm finishing, Storm team right there finished second, third, and fourth. So great job by Storm. Old School's leading there with Richard Holland. Brandon Cruz coming in fifth. He was the guy I told you, watch out for him. He knows how to get it done when in time. Comes down to the end of the race. William Budd with a great finish in sixth. Ryan Keys, coming into seventh. Joel Wood eighth. Chad Wilson ninth. And Phil Gary in 10th. Michael Tibbetts rounding out here in the 11th spot. Dominic Dyball in 12th. Sal Accardi finishing 13th. Jonathan McMahon 14th. Dale Gravel 15th. Stephen Hendren in 16th. Dylan Acart 17th. And Nick Racino 18th. Everett Lane in 19th. And Ricky Brinkman rounding out the field here. Spinning on the first lap and never did get the damage fixed up on that truck. So, but congratulations here again to Richard Holland for Old School's team at Charlotte Motor Speedway for 100 laps for the North American Racing Network. This is MaxSpeedTV, and we will see you later on here for another broadcast. So make sure you tune in for that, folks. Till then, stay safe.